We are going live. Good morning, folks. Welcome to, I was about to say the studio, which it is still, but it's not the year of the studio, so that's not exactly one of the topics. But yeah, welcome to the year of finishing. So the first live stream since the new year, since the year of finishing, and here we are. I've got two primary things to show. Oh, I got something else to show you actually. Look at this. So with the year of finishing, I'm finishing projects that I've started in the past, finishing projects that need to be done or whatever. I've got a list, and I put it into a wheel, and I spin that every day to figure out which project I'm gonna try to finish that day. And yesterday, as you can see from my beautiful stitch work, yesterday was a sewing day. I got to finally patch up these pants, and it's the most satisfying thing in the world. I love patching my pants. Hey, welcome. Let me know in the comments who you are. We're about to get started. I've got two things I want to show you. We're going to probably spend less than 10 minutes, but I don't know which thing to show you first. Maybe I'll show you three things. I don't know which thing you're most interested in. Hey, thank you for the thumbs up too. I appreciate that. So here's my journal where I have been. It's basically my productivity accountability journal, or at least that's how I'm viewing it right now. It's also a prayer journal too. You'll see if you want. And we've got the business plan. This is what I have planned to probably show you today. Which one do you guys think is more interesting? The business plan for this year, or and all the stuff, so you can learn about what I'm doing, or this is like the day-to-day what I'm actually doing. So this is like the big picture or focus picture. Oh, there's a second person on. Say who you are in the comments so I know who's here. Give me a thumbs up. So which one? Business plan, big picture, small picture, big picture, focus picture. Which is more interesting? Which one? Well, if you don't, you gotta be quick. You gotta be quick on here. Otherwise, I'm gonna choose for you. So I'm gonna show you this. No, I'm gonna show you this. I changed my mind. Okay, so this is the Remember the Risen business plan. Do I have an LLC yet and have started a business? No. This is the plan to do it. So first things first. We'll just start with the first page. I'll show you guys the first page today. But what it is, executive summary is what it says. I basically took a template off of online and worked through it with my boss, who has started multiple businesses from scratch. Although none of them media businesses, which is kind of what this one is. But many of them product businesses where you're making a product for your customers, which is the same as this business. So here we go. Number one thing, product. And then I say 3 primary kinds of products. Number one, most important and biggest product is writings, paid for primarily through Patreon. These are the things I'm writing. These are the stories, short stories. Then I have a short story that I posted today. Hey, Mom's on here. Hey, Mom. Welcome. Mom, welcome. I'm glad you're here. So the primary thing is the writings. And so that's short stories, poems, long form stories. I work on all of them, and whatever I work on during the day, I did this today for the first time, and it seemed like a really good idea, and I'm going to keep doing it. Whatever I work on each day, I'm going to post the unfinished version of that to the Patreon where my patrons can see it, so I can get feedback about things. You can comment on any of the posts that I have, and then once they're finished, they get posted to my patron publicly. So you don't have to be a patron to see the finished works. You only have to be a patron to empower the process, if that makes sense. So writings, paid for primarily through patrons. Drawings, paid for primarily through Etsy. So I'm selling my drawings. This is one of them. In case you're curious what they look like, what kind of drawings we're talking about. They're done in pen. And Those are going to be sold on Etsy. I'll be opening the Etsy store probably by the end of this week. But then again, I said that last week too, so take it with a grain of salt. But drawings primarily sold through Etsy. Clothing also paid for and primarily sold through Etsy. The clothing will probably just be like some T-shirts and stuff. Some T-shirts with like um, "Love Ya" and stuff to start. Some of that kind of merchandise. But I hope by the end of this year, to be able to make some clothing that's actually like the kind of clothing I would like to make, like in terms of making a wardrobe, making stuff that I would want to wear. Um, and then the second thing is category is customers. And I said the target audience for RTR is young families and prospective young families who share our values. That basically just means for people in our development group or people who are preparing to join our development age range and socioeconomic status. So basically, like I think the people that I am most likely to connect with are going to be people who are just starting a family, like me, or people who are single and wanting to start a family, which is what I was like, I guess my whole life up till this point. But yeah, it's those two types of people. If you're not interested in like building a legacy in a family, like that's fine. It's just that a lot of stuff I'm going to say isn't going to be relatable. Um, uh, who share our core values of courage, inner healing, and outward love. So I believe that basically all of the virtues and a lot of other types, basically all the virtues and all three types of morality um, are basic. They don't matter unless you have the courage to act them out anyway. So that's what I want to encourage. I want to encourage that core virtue that enables all the other virtues and all the other kinds of morality. Inner healing is I want to be a place. I want my company to be a place where people can find healing for themselves. They can find healing. I have found healing in employment in different places where I've been employed. I want to have the same kind of atmosphere for my customers and for my employees. And outward love, because I think love is often focused inward, and I think sometimes that's healing. But I want to put a lot of focus on outward facing love that's facing out toward other people, giving love, sharing love, serving others, these kind of things. All kinds of people are welcome into this community in so much as they pursue these values with us. Uh, Spiritual health is the name of the game, and people who have it or need it will be attracted to our holistic and inspiring products. Bam! Bam! So, uh, future plan of the company. So 3 months, and so this is basically like this is the plan. Doesn't mean the plan won't change. Doesn't mean the plan can't change. Doesn't mean the plan isn't flexible. But this is like if the things I think are going to happen. This is the timeline, right? So if I succeed, or if I do what I think it takes to succeed, these are the things I think will happen. Okay, so 3 months from now, which will be the 90 days, it's when I go back to work for Roots Garden Center. 3 days, proof of lifestyle concept. So proving that it's possible for me to live this way and get things done this way, and a growing community of customers with one book published. I want to have one book published by the end of it, by the end of these 3 months. At 6 months, I want to build up capital from working for Roots Garden Center and still maintain an active community of customers. So basically, when I go back to work, I want to be using all of my time off, or at least as much as possible of my time off, to maintain and continue connecting with people and continue to be putting out product, even if it is at a slower rate during those 6 to 9 months. Then at 1 year, I want to be, or I think I'll be at around $2,000 of patron support per month, which is what gives me stability to be able to make risky decisions if I need to or want to, um, per month, and have two ebooks finished for the new year. So in time for the new year, I want to have two ebooks. Um, at 5 years, I want to have at least one conventionally published book, community well over 10,000 people, full blown clothing line. At 10 years, one book published every other year, buying other small companies that align with our values. So that's the dream. That's the plan. That's the first page of the business plan, and I'll share more of that in the future. Maybe tomorrow. Uh, but yeah, that's what I'm up to. There was a new uh, a new um, a new short story today. Hopefully, there will be a new patron in the next day or two that I know of, and we've got another poem that's public today. This is a short one, but it's old and it's just such a good one. It's one of my favorites. So when it comes to poetry, I often forget about them, and then when I come back to them, I'm like, oh, that's so good. Um, but anyway, so we have a poem and a short story today that both went online, that went to Patreon. Uh, we have new stuff all the time. I'm sharing from Patreon. So Patreon right now is kind of my hub, although I hope to eventually have my own website that will be the hub. But right now, anyway, Patreon is the hub. And I'm sharing from there out to all my other social media, or at least as much as I can each day. I have a list of priorities of different social media, and I work from the most important down the list. And so there's plenty of days where like it doesn't get posted to some of the less important social medias. But like Facebook is the biggest social media in the world, and so Facebook gets posted to pretty much every day. So every day that's not a day off, Facebook gets some kind of post. So far, at least. Twitter, just because it's me, gets posted to pretty regularly as well. But yeah, yeah, that's what I'm up to. That's what we're doing. The year of finishing stuff is going really well. We have already finished a couple things. Today's the third day, and I've finished two things. Yeah, third day, two things. So we're already doing great. I'm excited about it. It's going really well. Today I went and talked to my boss at Roots Garden Center, and that was great. He gave me a gift, and yeah, we're we're chugging along. We're making progress. Um, I'm excited about it. I am. So that's the plan. I've got all sorts of stuff to show you. I got like graphs to show you and stuff. I'm just super stoked to show you. I've got so much going on just constantly. I have stayed really busy. In terms of my productivity, I've often in the past struggled with staying consistently very productive, um, like throughout the day in the daily cycle. So, but so far, you know, we've had about a week's worth of days that I've been working this way. So far, the productivity has been very high, and I've had like maybe 1 or 2 hours of wasted time most of the days that I've been working like this. So, um, yeah, so that's good, and I'm feeling good. And the reality is, in my mind, I'm just telling myself, trust the process. You know that if you work and you do what's necessary, uh, you get a paycheck eventually when you're at a normal job. And I need to treat myself the same way with this. So it's like, okay, I know that if I put in the work and I stay consistent and I stick with it and I don't give up, I know like eventually I know it's gonna turn around. So I'm excited about it. We're hopefully buying a house. We had offers on two different houses. The one has fallen through. We have one more house with an offer on it right now. We're excited about it. It's in the country. It's super cool. It's 1 acre. I don't know if we'll get it, but But I think our offer is super reasonable. Actually, I think our offer is pretty generous because it's a pretty quirky place. I don't know who they're going to be able to sell it to other than us, but we love it, so it'll be good. It'd be really good. So, all right. Do I have anything else to show you? I have this project coming up soon. Got to rehang my favorite axe. My favorite axe in the whole world is going to get hung soon, so I'm excited about that. So hope it will work out for you. Me too. We'll see. Only one way to find out. And I'm planning to be back on here again tomorrow to do another like 10-minute or so live stream. I might not though. No promises. So we'll see. We'll see. But hit that bell. Stay well, and I'll see you when I see you.